Okay, ladies, we started.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of our IIW Inspiring Indian Women. Thank you, Rashmi, for this platform, for bringing us together. Today, we have Deepika. We all love yoga, Deepika, so we are very excited to have you here. Deepika also teaches music. And Deepika has got to go in about 45 minutes, so we'll try and wrap it up before that. So Deepika, would you like to tell us a little bit about, your journey into yoga and, why do you do what you do now?
Sure. Thank you so much, Sangeeta ji and Rashmi ji, for giving me this platform to talk about what I do. Good evening, everyone who is watching this show right now. A little about me, primarily a HR professional who left the corporate world for due to personal situations. And Albert Einstein has a very good quote which he has made, which says, "In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity." So in the midst of COVID and in the midst of letting my previous job go, I did a few courses to get back to my previous role, but it didn't work out very feasible for me to get back to corporate role, managing household and managing a young kid at home. So I had good hobbies with me, which I was very passionate about, like singing and music, and yoga was always part of my life, which I pursued as a hobby more so because of my interest towards that. But I never felt like pursuing that as a profession. Okay, so as they always say that allow your passion to be purposeful, and you never know that when it would become your profession. So it was quite true in my case. So I started practicing yoga, and one such instance where where Rashmi ji had organized this IIW Republic Day celebrations, where I showcased my young students doing a yoga fusion in a audience of 250 people in the honorable presence of the MP, Mr. Bob Blackman. And it was such a wonderful experience for me, and also for my kids, all my students who were learning yoga from me. They were very excited. And their parents wanted them to pursue yoga, and it started with just 3 or 4 kids coming to me, and I just took it very seriously, and I thought, okay, let's continue taking classes for them. And they used to come home, all the parents used to come home, so we used to have tea together, have fun. I used to teach them yoga, so it was like a very a fun thing. I never took it as a serious profession to make money or something like that. But I was very passionate in what I was doing. And then I thought, okay, let me do something to increase my client base. And then I started introducing yoga lessons to adults and also to kids. I made it more interesting by doing themed yoga sessions for kids, where I would include storytelling, use themes like space, and inspired by few people who have tried it. And I know that children love stories, and my daughter is a example. So just by we go with instincts about what children like and what adults want, etc. So then I thought, okay, let me do it seriously. And in UK, I understood that anything requires accreditation. It requires that you need to be qualified to be a profession in any field. So I did my course with the Yoga Institute, which is a century-year-old institute, and they are registered with the Ayush Ministry, and it's also recognized by the Yoga Alliance. And I did a teacher training with them for 200 hours, and now I'm a registered yoga school teacher. And simultaneously, I was also teaching music. I'm trained Carnatic music singer, who has been learning and teaching music for quite some time. And I simultaneously was taking music classes as well. And over weekends, I used to take value education classes for children through shlokas, stories, bhajans, explain to them values through our epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata, etc. And so whenever it comes to teaching kids about values of our country or about our culture, I was always very passionate about it, because staying far away from India, just like how I take interest in teaching kids about it, I showed the same interest to tell other children the same thing, tell them stories about it, do presentations. So anything with a visual appeal really interests them. So I started doing presentations and giving them stories, etc. So I do all this hand in hand, Sangeeta ji. So what all I do, I am a yoga teacher. I teach adults and kids. I'm also a Carnatic music teacher. I teach kids and adults. And I also take value education classes through shlokas and bhajans every Sunday to children above 5 years. So I've been very busy in the last 1.5 years, I should say. And I was also hosting shows in a private women group, which gave rise to me being a RJ now. So I'm doing RJ as well as my passion. So slowly, just like I unleashed my interests, which became my profession because of the passion I had for the art. So yeah, that's how all of this happened in a span of 1.5 years.
Yeah, beautiful, Deepika. It's really inspiring to listen to your story. So have passion, follow it through, and I think it's a really good idea that you're telling us that we should have a hobby that we can cultivate. You never know when it could come in handy. So my next question is, where are you teaching? How are you teaching? Is it online? Is it in person? What days, times? Could you give us a little bit more information about that?
Yeah, so right now all my classes are virtual. I take online classes through Zoom, and I do take face-to-face classes based on the client's requirement. If the client specifies that they want a face-to-face class, if it is one-to-one session, then I do one-to-one sessions as well. And depending upon the geographic location of the clients, and if they are willing to travel and come to my place, very well. So yeah, this is a model I'm working currently. Like, I take virtual classes at the moment, and which has worked out very fine for me and also for the kids. In a way, there are some people who are not geographically very closely located. So even people in the outskirts of UK, a lot of people who are, and who are yearning for such classes. I have few students who are in the outskirts of UK, but they don't have such opportunities to go face to face and learn Carnatic music or come and learn a sloka class or something. But they are getting that exposure because of the online class. And I feel it has worked out really well because of the the convenience to just log in and no need to travel. People save time. And since it's group class, there's a lot of interaction happening, and it's in a contained manner, so you can mute people, give them turns. I just wish the face-to-face classes also had a mute button at times, because with children it can get very, very noisy, and they will talk out of turn, and there will be other chattering happening. So in a way, I feel this virtual class is such a blessing. It's working out really well.
Yeah, I think it's definitely given a wider audience, and it's reached out to a lot more people than a normal class would. So if people want to enroll or if they want to inquire, how do they reach out to you? Would you please give us your maybe telephone number or your email address? That would be great.
Yeah, so I in all my flyers, my contact number is available. So for all my classes, I offer a free trial session. All my classes, be it yoga or be it music or the value education class, I offer them a free trial. So they just have to contact me at least few days earlier and book the session. So I'm quite open, but I just take a call, and I confirm to them. If they call me and talk to me, I'm very much reachable. Some people also message me on Messenger, Facebook Messenger, or drop me a message on the Facebook page, the respective page. I have Deega Yoga Facebook page as well as Bhaj Govindam Facebook page. So some people inbox me their inquiry in that, and I surely get back to them.
Yep, that's brilliant. So with respect to yoga, and especially with the lockdown and all the stress that people have gone through, What has been your experience of, being a yoga teacher? Is there anything that you'd like to share?
Yes. So, yes, you have rightly said, Sangeeta ji, there are a lot of people who have done yoga in this span of 1.5 years. There's so many teachers who have emerged actually. So, for me, I've just elevated myself from just being an asana teacher to more of a yoga psychotherapist. I'm also doing a certification program with the same institute. It is towards working towards yoga, towards counseling through yoga. So I'm doing that program with them. Currently, I'm just doing the level 2. So the level 3 is the counseling. So it has helped me a lot personally and professionally. I'm able to apply what I've learned. I'm able to help my clients. So especially with people with specific needs, they come to me saying that I'm not slept for quite some time. I'm suffering from insomnia. So could you help? So there are some people who have, so they apart from telling them asanas and breathing techniques, I tell them what can they do at a mind level to calm themselves down, and how they can look at life in a different perspective and apply whatever I have learned practically with my clients' problems and with their whatever problems they raise. So that in that way, it has really helped, Sangeeta ji.
Oh, that's beautiful. So, being a woman, being a mother, and, doing all these things, how are you personally managing, whether it's time management or, being organized or whatever? How are you managing, and, what are your tips on that?
I wouldn't say tips, but I would say that it's all about prioritizing your things. And there is something that if you like it and you do it, you will somehow make time for it and you won't feel the pressure. For example, even if it is to do with daily chores like cooking or, cleaning, if I'm passionate about cleaning, I wouldn't crib and I wouldn't feel the pressure of doing that job. So I feel that if someone does anything that they like, they won't feel pressured or feel stressed about it. So whatever I do, I really like, and I try and space out and manage everything to the best of my abilities. So say, I don't compromise on cooking. Neither do I compromise on my spending my time with my child or any other for that matter. But I also give space to myself first. So I put myself first, as they always say, that first duty is to yourself. So I believe in that. And so that's why I keep myself engaged, keep myself happy, and whatever I do, I feel that I should be completely in it, give my 100%. And yeah, that's how I try and juggle. So I wouldn't say tips or anything. So even if it is to be a stay-at-home mom, to do anything, you can prioritize what you like doing, and if you feel you're good at something, do that first. At least you get accomplished, you feel accomplished doing that, you feel happy for yourself. So I think that's about it.
Yeah, very true. I think the takeaway there is, it doesn't matter what you do, whether you're just being a mom or, you're doing something else. It's about, giving it your all and enjoying it. And I like what you said as well, to prioritize yourself. I think most Indian women, culturally, I don't think we've been doing that. So I think that's a very good message for all of us. Um, if anybody has questions, then please do drop them in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask. Feel free to do that. So Deepika, where are you based in London? Which area?
I'm in Pinner, in London.
So if people need to, come and see you in person, they need to go to Pinner. Otherwise, all the classes are happening virtually.
Absolutely. Yes, Sangeeta ji.
Yeah, so we've heard that, you really enjoy doing the virtual classes. But tell us, how has it impacted you? What have you gained from, taking this route and going online and doing these virtual classes? How has it changed you, or how has it benefited you, affected you?
Yeah, it has benefited me, I would say, impacted in a good way. So, because the reach is more, as I said, that I'm able to reach to people, those who are not having that much of an accessibility through face-to-face classes. So this online thing has become a boon for them and for me. So I'm able to touch lives of those who are in a totally in a different geographical area, maybe not even in London. So recently there was an event which I did, where I involved 108 children, more than 108 participants from various time zones, from India, UK, USA, Dubai, and Singapore, to do sun salutations on the account of International Yoga Day. So for a face-to-face event, for an independent yoga teacher like me, I don't think that it would be feasible to just bring 108 children, like 5 to 13 years of age, on on a physical event, where I have to single-handedly manage the workshop, teaching them, training them, and then bringing them together, instructing them. All this has been possible only because it is virtual. Okay, it could have happened as a physical event also, but there is a lot of work behind it and a lot of planning, so it can't happen in a span of 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So this particular event, it just happened, I just planned it in a very short span of time, and just through message and forward, and then for the form had to be filled online, and everything was virtual. So I took the workshop online the previous week of the event. Children from all these time zones, they came together, they learned it, they asked me questions. I told them the significance of doing sun salutations. There's so much of visual impact on the kids of what it is, why we should do it, all those things. So it was a win-win for both of us, both sides. I got amazing response from parents, where they were so happy that children are able to appreciate our culture, from even if they are far away from home, they are able to learn all this timely. And even if they said, even if I make them do it at home, they don't do it. But since you said that it's a virtual event and so many children from the globe are doing it together, they feel it as a sense of responsibility. They feel that wow, I'm part of a great event, something like that. So that's the kind of satisfaction I get because of these virtual platforms, where I can reach so many people who are otherwise intangible here, in where I cannot approach or reach them locally. I'm able to reach people beyond my geographic location. That is a success in this platform.
So how do people normally get to know about you? Is it just word of mouth, or how are you able to let people know that this is what you're doing?
So most of the clientele I get are from references, where people who have tried my service, they recommend. That's how I think all of us would actually go for say recommendations. Even if we have to go to a restaurant, we ask reviews, we ask how is the food, because there are so many people available, so many restaurants available. Same thing I feel for any service. If it is tried, and if it is beta, if it has worked for somebody, and if they recommend, so that's when you also get noticed. And most of my clientels are, I don't promote it beyond a point. I just share flyer with the group I am associated, right? So they will share their experiences and they give references, and that's how I get more clients. So I don't go about promoting just like a pizza shop or something. No, I don't do that. I also feel that it should come from others, because that's where a success of an entrepreneur is, or a person who's providing such service. So if I've been referred by somebody, that means my services and quality is appreciated.
That's absolutely brilliant. I was watching the YouTube videos with the kids, the storytelling of Ramayana, and I thought that was really good. So, do you have any more such plans? It's almost like, a combination of theater and, it is, isn't it? It's like a performance. So I really like that. And I think that's very engaging to the kids. It's, teaching them the story. And at the same time, they were all paying attention, and, they were all like really quick with the asanas, and, very quickly they're ready for the next one. Whereas I would take like, I don't know, 30 seconds or something just to come out of an asana. So that was, really good. You know, do you think that that's a direction, like yoga theater or something for the kids?
See, I always believe that there need to be creativity in whatever you're doing. There needs to be innovation. There needs to be a spontaneity as well as innovation. And that's what people look for. So for kids, they do things without being aware about the importance of what they do. So they just being told and they do it. But if they understand the importance and if they do it with a sense of a responsibility, if they feel that what they're doing has so much of worth, so they take it seriously and they do it. So when I did Rama Yoga, I narrated the Ramayana story, and they were doing the yoga poses for the story with the narration. So they also have fun, and they always look forward to, okay, what's next? What is the next pose is auntie going to tell me now? And what is the next scene, or what is the next thing in the story? So there is always this what's next thing, which interests people even who are learning, and not only people who are watching, but even those who are learning. So I feel that thing should be there for any teacher, for anyone who is learning anything from you, or when you are trying to create something, there should be something unique. So that's when people recognize, because some people came to me after some yoga fusion that I did in IIW event in Republic Day. So they were like, this is so innovative. Can we put our child also in the yoga? So they also go by those factors before putting their child in. Yeah.
I'm quite big on yoga. I love yoga. I think that's one of the best things that I've learned. And then it also brings me to the point that a lot of children don't know yoga. So, is there some way that you could reach out to the schools, especially when there is storytelling involved? I think there's there's two things they're learning, not just the yoga, but they're also learning all our culture and the mythology, all the stories. So is there some way that you can reach out? Are you doing anything about that?
Yeah. I am trying to reach out to schools, but it's not too easy to just penetrate to any school just because you're a qualified yoga teacher. It requires a lot of testimony and requires a lot of maybe well networked in the industry when it comes to school, especially because they go by references and all that. But yes, I have started doing my homework to reach out to schools and let them know about what I do, etc. The thing is on. Like, I am approachable. I do tell them what I do and what new things that I always attempt. How can I engage the children? And apart from schools, as I said, I do workshops quite often. I usually do summer and winter workshops. So last winter I did a 3-month workshop, so for which I had children from all over the globe. I had from India, from Singapore, and from London as well. So there were these 25, 28 children in that batch who attended all the 10 sessions. So every session was different. So if that session they'll come, they will look forward to the next one. They'll ask me, auntie, shall we do superheroes next time? I said, yeah, that's the theme. So we'll be doing superhero theme. So that's what the children look forward to also, some innovation, something fun along with learning. So some poses may be a repetition, but when you do it with the theme or the story, they find it more fun. Yeah.
Deepika, I don't know about kids. I think I'm actually quite excited about this now. I think I want to do some superhero theme or something like that. It's it just gives it that little twist and makes it a bit more exciting and interesting. I don't know, Rashmi, maybe we should have Deepika come and do a session, for us adults.
I would very much be interested. Yeah. I can even cater to specific needs. As I say, I tailor make my sessions for adults. So generally, the main thing that's bothering now at the moment is anxiety. So a lot of clients come up with a problem saying, like, I lack sleep and I'm very anxious. Some people are into pills, and so I would say that anxiety can be reduced through yoga and breathing. it's at a very gross level, you can attend to it. And there are other meditation techniques that can help them in reducing anxiety or any mind related problems, at least at a primary level. If they are, if it is just started, it's easy to attend to it. But I'm not talking about someone who has been chronic anxious, or has been into a treatment for long, or not that, but at least if they have some initial symptoms of depression or any kind of those kind of any mind related problems where they are unable to sleep, or they are too anxious, or they feel low all the time. So there are solutions for that in yoga.
Thank you. I am conscious of the time. We've got a few more minutes in case anyone has any questions. Please feel free to unmute yourself and ask, or just drop them in the chat box.
I just wanted to ask Deepika from Deega Yoga, what makes you unique out of all those classes running, what is unique about your classes?
Yeah, so as I said, I cater to both kids and adults. So with adults, I listen to them. I understand my clients' capabilities. So for example, there are 6 ladies in a group. So I see that who is capable of doing what. I understand their strengths, and I tell them like what suits them best. So some people, they come for a really hard workout. Some people just come for a very restorative session. They just want to relax. End of the day, they want to unwind. So I tailor make sessions for clients if they feel that they're not gelling in that group. I will offer them one-to-one sessions. So I attend to their needs individually. So there is one client who has only lower back pain, so I'm attending her only for a one-to-one session for that. But there will be a personal connect. So if whatever is their problem, I attend to it directly, and I see to it that they are given that much of importance, because that is what they come for the class for. They want to be attended to their specific problem. And at the end of the class, they give me very good reviews. They say that after your session, I slept like a log. After your session, I felt so relaxed. That is the kind of feedback even any teacher would want to hear from a client. That is a success of a client. It's not even the money or he or she's making. If my clients are happy, and so I would say that from the client base that I have not had a very fluctuating base. I've been teaching children for the past 1.5, 2 years online. So all the students who started from me from day one are still with me. So which shows that I am being very consistent in what I am teaching and about how I deal with them. I see to it that the grip of the class is not gone, and I feel that they should be involved. And I also do mindfulness. So there is a lot of interaction. The children who do not open up at home to their parents, they open up to me. They tell me why they are so low, and they tell me what happened with their friends the previous day. So I also offer mindfulness for children as part of my regular classes, which I'm not sure about other yoga teachers would do it. So I would say the USP would be, along with asana yoga and the breathing, I offer mindfulness. Also, as I said, I'd make it very thematic and creative. So I think that gives them a sense of interest to come to my class every week.
I can vouch for that because, I was witness to her attempt to this Asian World Record, right?
Yeah, Asian Record Academy, yeah.
Academy, and where she organized these students, and they were all listening to her. She was saying, do this asana, that asana. Everybody was just doing like a PT teacher, 1, 2, 1, 2. Everybody was doing sun salutation, Surya Namaskar together. I'm very thankful to you, Deepika, for coming here, because it's her husband's birthday today, and she has to go for dinner, but she could manage to come. Deepika, do you think that you would do any one asana for us or something? You're not wearing appropriate clothes for asana and yoga, but I don't know whether people here or audience expecting something, which they would want to see you doing, or they've come to see or do yoga with you, or any. Is it possible? One yoga.
I'm not currently in a very
Yeah.
spacious room where I can perform an asana, but I can teach kriya, some kriyas which for ladies would surely be interested. So these are facial kriyas. Kriyas are that what we do for cleansing. So we call it dauti in yoga. So I can just teach some one or two maybe. So we do dautis for all your facial regions. So I'll just teach you the one we do for the head. So when we hold our temple with our thumb and use your other 4 fingers to massage from your left corner to right corner. So this is called Kapal Randra Dauti. Dauti means cleansing and Randra is a passage. So when you're doing this actually stimulates blood circulation from one side to other. So people suffering from migraine, headache, sinuses. So you do this 4 times in the morning and just keep this portion stable and only move this from left to right. And similarly, do this from right to left.
So are we putting any pressure or is it a very gentle?
No, it's just caressing, just moving, no pressure. Just with the fingertips, move from one corner to the other and keeping your thumb at the temple and moving from one side to the other. So you do this 4 times in the morning. And I mean, how many other times? And you could do it in the morning or evening before going to bed. And the next one is we'll be doing is to move your finger from your cheekbone up to the temple. So when you do this, people with sagging faces or, when you see that the cheekbone has lost its shape, you don't need any injections on the face to do anything actually. Even if you could apply some oil on your face, like olive oil, coconut oil, and do this. So what we're actually doing is so many people do mistake by rubbing from their under eye, which is very, very wrong because this is the thinnest skin in your face. So you should not be touching it and it's very delicate. So this is exactly, I would say, the cheekbone. So you have to just pass your finger through that and reach your temple. You continuously do this. I myself have done that and found amazing changes. So these are some natural facial that you can do to yourself to improve the glow in your face. And the last one I would say is keep both 4 fingers, rub your neck upwards like this before or after bath, and you could even apply oil or something and then do this, and you will observe amazing glow in your face. And because the blood circulation is actually stimulated towards your face, so with all these dautis, so this will definitely improve the look and glow and the spark in your face. Yeah.
Okay, ladies, so we're going to try these every day, morning and evening. So next time we are all going to be glowing. No, I think these are great. It's a great reminder to do these little exercises. One last question. So in yoga, my favorite is Surya Namaskar. What's your favorite?
Every asana is my favorite, Sangeeta.
I knew you would say that, Deepika.
My favorite, I would say, is Shavasana. Shavasana is, I think, everybody's favorite. Yes. Not because it is a posture that makes you rest, that's all, but there is so much into it. As I said, in yoga is an experiential science. So Rashmi ji, to answer your previous question, you asked me what's unique. So I explained to them how to experience the asana in your body, even if it is Shavasana. So
let me tell you, Shavasana is what I love and I sleep.
It's everybody's favorite, Rashmi ji. Yes, you know why? Because it calms your parasympathetic nervous system. That is why it's everybody's favorite, because it puts you to rest. It calms your mind, your nerves, your body, your muscle. Every part of your body is completely relaxed. And almost most of my yoga sessions, it ends with a Shavasana. or say some breathing technique. But Shavasana is my favorite because it resets your body. So for anything, what we do, if it is not working, we press the reset button. Even our phone, we have to restart, or any gadget, we restart. So for us, Shavasana is a restart. So it's like a reset button. So if you do that, you are set for another half of the day. So if it's in the best time to do is say a few minutes post your lunch. If you don't feel like taking a nap, even if it is for 10 minutes, lie on a flat mat, just keeping your feet 1.5, 2 feet distance apart and hands much in a little wider from your body, and keep everything loose. Just surrender to the ground. There should be total surrender of your body to the gravity, and just lie and close your eyes and breathe and observe your breath. Once you start observing your breath, you will go into a sudden kind of a nap where you won't even realize, but it will be like a power nap, but it will really reset your system. So that will be my favorite asana, Sangeeta ji.
Someone, Pushpaji wants to know your contact number. If you can just say it, I will type in the...
Yeah, I'll type it myself. Yeah, put it in the Zoom chat.
If you want, you can say it for the Facebook viewers as well. Just say it loud.
Sorry?
You can say it loud for the Facebook viewers, audience.
Okay, my phone number is 0782351976. You can alternatively go to my page Deega Yoga in Facebook and contact me there if you can drop a message. And or you can call me on this number, or drop me a message in WhatsApp. I'm available. I'll get back to you once I see the message. I'll surely get back.
Brilliant. I think we've done well with time. We're not going to hold you back anymore. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and happy birthday to your husband.
Okay. Thank you, Sangeeta ji. Yeah,
thank you so much for being here, Deepika. Thank you, Rashmi, once again. And thank you to everyone who's here.
Yeah, thank you to everyone. And I just will take 1 minute. We have a very young yoga teacher here, and we have a grandmother yoga teacher also here, Madhulika from Scotland, and she had organized yoga session along with the High Commission in there she is. Hi, Manjulika. So Manjulika, your words of advice to such a very young yoga teacher who's just starting, last 2 years, and you have been doing it since so long, and two artists, yoga experts here from 2 generations. Wait, let me just spotlight her. There you go.
No, it's really good. Follow your passion, and that's the main thing, and keep enjoying. And that's the best way. I think when you enjoy something, as you said, you will give your full, and that's the main thing. Oh, it just stopped. I don't know why.
Yeah, we can hear you well. I want to also introduce Sangeeta here. Sangeeta runs her classes, which is sansart.co.uk. Look at the artwork behind her. That is a wonderful background. I think you've made it yourself, right?
Yes, it's one of my paintings. Yes, thank you, Rashmi. Yeah.
Well, it's beautiful.
And you run online classes too for art, right?
Yes. At the moment, they're happening Saturday on Zoom. If you're interested, if you go to my website and subscribe, I can send the details. And I still haven't started doing them in person, but I think they will be happening soon.
Okay, thank you, Sangeeta, for wonderful hosting, and thank you so much, Deepika, for joining us. Do enjoy your evening, and very quickly tomorrow what we have Dr. Mandeep Singh from Patiala. Mandy sir will be back with his session on peace and prosperity and happiness, session 3. This is the 3rd one in row, and the host will be Aisha Shamim, who is in Leeds, So we are looking forward to Mandy sir tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Adarsh. Thank you, Nimishi. Nimishi, we want to host a cooking session for you, right? So do let me know when. Pushpa, Manjulika, everybody. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Rashmi.
Bye, Pushpa.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.